Hello and welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated on teaching people how not to drive by watching idiots in cars. I hope you enjoy. Anyways, let's get right into it. We got our first little video here. Let's see what happens. This is a live reaction, just so you know. So we're just gonna see what happens here. Let's see. Alrighty, this all looks pretty good. Oh, what? What the heck was that guy watching? Or not watching, I should say. Let's see. I'm gonna watch that again. Okay, okay. Oh, somebody. Oh, I bet you that's a case of like he saw this vehicle and then simply drove right into it. Because, like, honestly, that's what a lot of people can do when they panic. Is they literally just like look as he comes around the corner, plenty of room, and ah, yeah, the old adage, look where you want to go. Clearly, that guy just wanted to drive through that car. My goodness. Yeah. Let's see what do we got here. Oh, whoa. Goodness, what happened there? Oh, I see. This truck here driving along, we're doing our good thing, and then you'll see it here. Just suddenly decides, yeah, I got to get into that. So then everybody had to slow down. Wow, so dangerous, man. Just keep going. You don't need to be slamming on your brakes to get into that. Pull out and take your photos, for heaven's sakes. Uh, wow. People don't need to get that close. Honestly, I am Groot. Don't engage. Seriously. Wow. These guys are doing great, but that other truck driver, man, I don't know what the hell his problem is. Jeez. If somebody's irritating you on the road, just get on with your day. You don't need to take out other people's vehicles because you're having a bad day. Just get on with it. Jeez. Oh, they touched. Mm. Look at that. He's gonna get out of his car. He's like, I'm bigger than you. Ha ha ha. Not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Yeah. Whoa. Hey, I'll tell you something. Sometimes these truckers, they do that. They think the truck driver in front of them is not going fast enough, so they do this whole like flick the fender kind of thing, and then they just keep on going. It's really rude. Like, truck drivers are angry with each other sometimes, man. Like truck driver brake checking another truck driver. Just get on with your day, buddy. It ain't worth it. Yeah, I figured he wasn't going fast enough. Goodness me. Whoa. In the dark, really? In the dark. When you do this kind of stuff, you don't teach anybody anything, just that you're being a jerk on the road. Doesn't prove your point to nobody. Nobody knows what you're thinking. A lot of the times people are like, what the heck was that guy thinking doing that? Jeez. Not really sure what's going on here. Oh, Jeez. No wonder she didn't succeed. She knows this vehicle is a super expensive vehicle. Insurance scamming. Oh, what's going on here? Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so there's an emergency pullout up here for emergency vehicle. Yeah, there it is. So chances are Buddy was like, I got on the wrong side of the exit, or like to get onto the highway going in the wrong direction. So he thought he was gonna, this guy's doing highway speeds. This semi truck's doing his thing, and this guy's like, there's no way, okay, there's no way to react to this. No way. Because this semi truck is gonna block this guy's view, so he's not even gonna see this guy. He's not even gonna see this guy. Don't do this. This is, and look at that. You know, I mean, who cares about the debris? The people inside this car, jeez, don't do that kind of stuff. If you made a mistake, just keep going. Go down the highway, get off at the next exit, even if it's miles and miles away, it doesn't matter. This kind of stuff is not worth that time. You know what I mean? Like, geez, stupidity, stupidity. And these, by the way, these, if you get caught going through those, pretty much anywhere in North America, if you get caught going through those by a police officer, it is a fine. I don't know what the cost of that fine is, but it is a fine. Those are for ambulances, fire trucks, if they fit through there, and police. Those are for emergency vehicles only or maintenance vehicles. They are not meant for the general public. It is actually illegal to go through these little sections here. They're not meant for the rest of the public. So you go through them, get caught by a police officer, nasty fine. Look at that damage just because he didn't want to go down the highway and fix his mistake in a different way. So just so you know, I'm watching these live. My reactions are live, like not I haven't watched this before, so I don't know what's happening until I watch it. And honestly, look at this. Okay, so he's gonna there's no signal and he's forcing his way in because of this traffic here, right? That's all that is. He's impatient, he's forcing his way in. This guy, by the way, and this is something that a lot of people need to know, like that drive like this. I'm not saying for all you good drivers out there, but when ones that drive like this, whoever is in this lane actually already has the right of way to it. So when you're driving along the road and you turn your signal on, you're basically asking for permission to go into the next lane. Now that may seem foolish and silly, but that's literally what it is. You're asking for permission to go into the lane that the drivers in this lane already have the right of way to. So just because you turn your signal on doesn't necessarily mean you can just go over, especially without shoulder checking. Shoulder checking saves lives. But this kind of aggressive behavior causes accidents. And yeah, he doesn't want to be patient to wait through for the traffic. Like, just be patient. The 2 seconds of patience, and look, now he's gonna come from the left side because he's all angry that this guy here doesn't wanna let him in, and he doesn't have to. He does not have to. Letting another driver in front of you is a courtesy. It's not a law requirement. And now he's causing look, now they're touching. Yeah, all because this guy here decided that he wanted to be in that lane immediately without actually waiting his turn. Because literally that's what it is. You need to wait your turn. Oh, see, look. You just watch it now. It's another driver, another example of impatience. No shoulder checking, no signal. How is the guy in this car? And I mean, it's obvious when you start merging over to the lane that, or should be obvious that you're going to change lanes. But sometimes people just like to lane wander, and they're in their own lane and they wander back and forth from one line to the other. But unless you're turning your signal on, buddy behind you, not going to know what you're planning. And there's no way that this is like worth that impatience because this is like a rental unit, you know. Now there's an accident situation here where you got to pull over and talk to one another on a highway of all things. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. That was weird. Let's see here. Huh. Looks like they're still angry at one another for whatever reason. Whoa. What? Really? I couldn't even imagine what's going on there with that. Police are involved though. Maybe there's a theft. I don't know why this video is in here. Like, nothing educational to give to this one. What? Okay. Not sure what's going on there. If you want to read that, you can. Whoa! Money theft. Not sure why this is a part of a driving video, to be honest with you. This is that whole zipper thing here. You can see it. See? Right here. Merge left means this lane ends, this right lane ends. And people really do not understand how to merge. They just all kind of cram in. And I'll tell you, science tells you that two solid objects can't occupy the same space. And then we just have forceful merging. Nobody, I mean, that's not too bad. I've seen worse merging than this. But, I swear people just, they get into their vehicles and they turn into, toddlers where they can't share the space. Look at this. Yeah, see, it's, all crammed in here. This guy's right here because he doesn't want to let him in, right? I mean, heaven forbid that you let somebody in front of you. Oh, another case of not driving for the road. Yeah, here we go. Time to play figure skating on the highways. Goodness me. Drive for the road conditions, people. And then things like this, hydroplaning happens in such a split second. And a lot of people, they don't know what to do. Really just let your foot off the gas and then it'll slow your car down and that'll bring you back into traction when this kind of things occurs. Then whatever you do, don't put your brakes on. Like a lot of people I know out there know this, but for those that don't, do not, don't. And I realize this is a Tesla, and a lot of the Teslas have like one pedal driving where you take your foot off and then it like slows you down. But that's actually kind of a good thing because this when you slow down, it means that you're then getting back into the road grip. Because hydroplaning is where there's and for those that don't know, it's basically where water is in between the tire and the road, right? Instead of having that traction, you suddenly get lifted up and there's water in between your tire and the road, and so then you lose traction, and then because you're moving it just causes this. And a lot of people, they just overcorrect and they do all kinds of stuff, and sometimes you can get out of it, sometimes you can't. But if you catch yourself in a moment, it's best to take your foot off the pedal of the gas to slow your car down so that you can bring your traction back, right? This guy here, I'm not sure if he did that or not. It's hard to say based on the reaction here because he went right off into the ditch. Whoa. Okay. This right here, classic case of not shoulder. And by the way, this guy is over in the curb lane, right? This is the middle lane, or like the far left lane, right? So Buddy's merging from basically three lanes over, right? And he's going to cut through traffic. And I'll tell you, people, patience and shoulder checking will save your life. Look, see? That's him right here. He's gonna come scooting right over, and you see he's not doing a shoulder check at all. Because you can tell when somebody's doing a shoulder check because their whole face, their whole body moves. So he's not looking. He's probably not even looking in his mirror. And if even if he is looking in his mirror, this mirror is not going to show this guy over here because it's just not how the mirror works, right? You got to look over here with your eyeballs to see that this car is happening. Because look, as you go closer, doof, right? Yeah, there's the side scrape. All because Buddy decided that he did not want to shoulder check, and he thought that going from where that semi truck is straight over to where he is in the left lane, bad idea. Okay. Not sure what's happening here. Don't really care. Let's move forward. Somebody's angry about something. What? Oh my goodness. You know, police officers are human too. You know, they make mistakes also. But I mean, if you hear sirens, people just slow down. You know. Ooh, ooh, nice save, buddy. You know, that's what the shoulder is for, actually. If you have a situation like that, it is okay to do that just to prevent an accident for sure. You're not supposed to drive on the shoulder, but it is a way to prevent an accident if you need to go somewhere, right? And this honestly is a case of like not shoulder checking, right? So he goes, no, that guy's not going fast enough. I want to get around this trucker now. So he's focusing this space right here. He may see him out of the peripheral, but he's not paying attention to him because, as you see, if he was really paying attention, he wouldn't even have tried to go into that lane, right? And this guy's not shoulder checking either, right? That's pretty obvious here. Like as he goes around. But in that situation, he may not need to. But every situation when you change lane, shoulder check. But definitely be careful out there, people. Okay, 100% illegal, by the way. This is considered a meridian, like a non drivable space. Solid white lines like this means that you're not supposed to cross over them. Even though they're there, they have them open like this for safety reasons, not because people are allowed to cross over them. Crossing over this is actually like a moving violation, right? So you're not supposed to do what this guy did. This guy's using an off ramp to bypass the traffic, and he's passing on the right, which again is also an illegal move. You can only pass on the left, and this is a sign of impatience. And he's also playing chicken with a, oversized lows. Like this might be a semi truck, might be a flat deck. Who knows? Just, yeah, see right there. It's illegal. You can't use this lane to get around. This is a safety area. It's only meant for safety things or emergency breakdowns, but you're not supposed to use this to pass people. And so now he's going to get a ticket. All because Buddy didn't want to be patient. Yeah, well, he let him go through. That's good. Hopefully, he's not going to be a, you know, really. Wow, that's crazy. So this guy comes and he slows. I mean, it's hard to say if the guy heard from the direction that the siren was going, but he's tried to slow down. I mean, you can't stop in the intersection, but I mean, the cops have the right of way. That's a hard one. That's a hard call. Honestly, the fact that the guy is going to get a ticket for that is kind of silly. Like, I would have just gone on about my day because it's obvious that the police officer was like on his way to do something else to then stop and give this guy grief. Yeah. Some police officers, they don't make the right call always. Yeah, hydroplaning. That's what's gonna happen here. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, you got to drive for the road conditions. You see, this is like basically driving rubber and oil. Very slippery. Take your time. You don't need to prove how an amazing of a driver you are, because 9 times out of 10, if you do that, you'll end up like this guy. You know, not a good choice. Drive for the road conditions, people. And look, he's on the other side of the road. Yeah. At least he admitted it. I was a bad driver thinking I could take the rainy roads. Yeah. No. And this, too, 100% illegal. This is all about impatience. Being patient will save your life and your insurance costs and your vehicle. Because now look, who knows where that got? Oh, no, there he is. But he's still, oh, he's wrecking his car all because he just couldn't handle hanging out in the traffic. Save yourself time. That is going to cost him a lot more time than the traffic. Okay. Can't imagine what's happening here. People being stupid. Oh, I see. Police chase in reverse. Certainly great way to wreck your transmission going backwards fast. It's not really meant for that. And you can't you can't really drive backwards. It's like what's this guy trying to prove? Goodness mate, great. Oh, okay. Stolen car. Jeez. Hmm. Yeah. What was he looking at? Oh, jeez. Keep your eyes open when you drive, people. Drunk driver. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. It's Canadian. Well, it could be American. Actually, from England too, because yeah, there we go, United Kingdom, because they have prime ministers in the United Kingdom as well. Honestly, this is like if you're gonna crash into something drunk, this is like the least likely thing to cause death necessarily. But honestly, don't drive drunk, people. Okay. Did anybody spot any emergency lights? Let's see. I don't see any emergency lights. I will say though, Buddy should have been able to see this guy coming for a while. Oh, well, actually no, he would only have seen him here, and if he's looking at the intersection, he wouldn't have necessarily seen this police officer because this guy doesn't have any emergency lights to make himself visible, and all it's just the driving lights. This is a solid red light, right? As much as you could say this guy should have seen him, unless he's got his flashing lights, why would he? I mean, but at the same time, when you come to an intersection, you should be scanning as much to the left and right as possible, right? As much as possible, um, to help with this kind of stuff. And like maybe let up on the gas a little bit, maybe like. But this is a hard one because it's a state trooper, right? Not cool, man. Whoa, what's this guy trying to run away from? Oh yeah, there's a police chase. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, I get little pauses in my video sometimes because my headset turns off because it disconnects from my computer, so I apologize. Oh my, not much to say there. Whoa, what happened there? What? Oh, It's so hard to tell what happened. But chances are this guy here is trying to play chicken with a semi truck. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Holy smokes. Seriously? So many people do this. If it's red, don't go, man. Dangerous. Look, this guy is, it causes so much confusion. This guy thought it was his turn to go. It was actually. Oh, it's hard to tell. I can't see here. This is just a regular green light, but that might be a left turn light green. Like a left light green, you know what I mean? Like the turn signal thing there. Because, yeah, he jumped it. And I see this sometimes too, where people will see movement and they'll start going, even if I mean, I've done that too, where I've seen a green light and I was like, oh, right. And then but this, no, I've never done this. This is somebody watching movement and then just going, thinking it's his time to go. And this is complacent. This is where you really need to think about the idea of like how you're getting to the place that you're going, not just so focused on the place that you're going to that you forget how to drive on the way there. Because it is about the journey, right? Yeah, you really got to pay attention to what you're doing because this is like movement based stuff here, not actually properly driving. And now there's an accident, all because this guy was just, I don't know, seriously. You got to pay attention to your surroundings, yeah, but don't be so complacent that you go when it's just movement. Let's see. Oh, see, this is a case of two people not doing their shoulder checking. Oh, see the truck, this guy here punished this guy because he came into the lane when he wanted to go into the lane also. But this driver, like, I know you can't. He didn't show it. It's hard to say if he shoulder checked or not. It didn't really look like he did. But at the same time, this truck driver shouldn't be doing what he did there, which is to flick the tail like that. They do that. Some of these truckers, they do that as punishment. It's so dangerous. Absolutely so dangerous. And I'll tell you something, if you get into an accident with a truck driver or like a truck and trailer, don't bother getting the license plate of the trailer because oftentimes these companies will have one company haul another company. You want to get the license plate of the tractor, not the trailer, because the trailer license plate isn't going to help you any usually. Oh, that's a case of follow the leader if I ever saw one. First guy goes, which he probably shouldn't have. He probably should have just been patient. But this guy is a follow the leader situation because he didn't even wait to make sure there was nobody coming through. And these kind of accidents are avoidable, totally avoidable, 100%. But just simply pausing, you know, not following the guy in front of you, driving for yourself, not driving for the people in front of you. Like meaning like you still have to pay attention to like everybody like on the road, but you need to drive for yourself in the sense that you're not following other people because they could be making a mistake as well, right? It's about the journey. Now look at that. Just because he wanted to just keep going without paying attention to his surroundings and just following the guy that turned left instead. Oh, hydroplaning. Oh, drive for the conditions, people. Drive for the conditions. And who knows? Oh, let's see. Did it? Who knows why that happened? That's crazy. Oh, this is like the worst place to have an accident too in the tunnels. Oh, I can't tell. There's so much snow. Oh, he spun out though, not driving for the conditions. It's hard though when the snow is wet. Yeah, not cool, man. If you can't see, don't go. Do not go. I mean, he's lucky. Super lucky. But then he's backing up into the left, and this is a middle lane, right? Like this curb lane, middle lane, left turn lane, right? For all he knows, he could have been backing up to somebody just going like that. Because look how far he was. See, he's blocked by this car right here, and then he just backs up. He could have been backing into somebody. Just this whole thing is a huge mess. And this really isn't like a place for people to get into either. Based on the, yeah, see, he's like, did you see that? Look where he's going. See, he's trying to get into there. And this isn't even a place for him to do that. So he basically performed a U-turn just to get into this lane. Honestly, or into that parking lot rather. Ridiculous. Oh. Yeah, I get why people do that. It helped, but it's dangerous. They don't want to do the windy thing, so they cross over lanes. Not a good idea. This guy, there's no way that he didn't know that this semi truck was here when he came up, except for the fact that he was so focused on where he was going that he didn't pay attention to the vehicle that was right beside him. And this is a big vehicle. And, like this driver, the truck driver would know that he's there, right? And just keep doing his thing. But then see, here is where he turns his signal on, right? And a lot of people make this mistake. They turn their signal on and then move instantly over. And it's like indicating that the signal is giving them to this. The signal is not going to remove this truck from beside this car. The truck is still going to be there. The signal is letting other people knowing what you're intending to do, not what you're in the process of doing. It's like I'm going to let you know that this is what I'm going to do in the near future, right? Not just turn signal on and turn over. And if he had just shoulder checked, right, he would have seen this car out of his peripheral. And it looks like he's got a little bubble mirror there. See, this kind of stuff is avoidable by shoulder checking. But I bet you anything, he's so focused. He's like, I want to get into this. I want to get into this exit, but he's over here, right? He's in this lane. He shouldn't be trying to skirt through traffic just to get over there. He should be in this lane already so that when his exit comes up, he's able to do so safely. And now he's not able to do so safely, right? All because he was just making foolish decisions. 100% foolish decisions. And it causes mayhem on the highway, right? Who knows what's going on there? Let's avoid that. A couple of nice motorcycles, but one of them's going to be foolish. There it is. I mean, sure, it looks cool-ish, but now you've just caused yourself trauma, right? Like, that's not the place to do that, you know? What if his bike suddenly caught traction? Like, because everybody knows what that is, right? But what if his bike suddenly caught traction and then just darted straight into this van, like right here, just went doop and straight into there, right? Totally taking himself out in the process. Totally not worth it. 100%. There's no problem having fun, but do it in the right place, like in a parking lot or your own property or something. Not worth it, people. 100% not worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Stupid guy on a motorcycle does massive burnout in front of a cop. That's what you call a dum dum wound. Look at this impatience. I mean, granted, oh, so like this guy here could have slowed down. This guy could have just not changed lanes at that moment. Like preparation is a part of the game of getting to where you need to go safely, people. Right? Because now he's skirting back over here to try to avoid this guy, right? And isn't able to properly deal with it because he's going at a pretty good clip, and then kisses that guy because of this one guy right here that decided he needed to go into that lane instantly right now. And like, be prepare yourself. Don't be so complacent and you're like, I'm going to work. So I'm going to work and then I'm just going to somehow get there. No, like think about each step of the journey so that when you are driving on the highway and you have exits, you're paying attention to like each step of the way, right? So each when you're on the highway, each exit should be a part of the journey. It's like, okay, I'm going to exit 1, I'm going to exit 2, I'm going to exit 3, I need to get off at exit 15, but I'm going to take my steps to get there. That way I can get off the highway safely and I'll be in the lane that I need to be in before I need to make erratic changes on the highway like this. Cuz look, now you got this crazy stuff going on, right? This is wrecks everybody's morning. Everybody's morning. You gotta think about the journey. Oh my. Chances are that was probably speeder or drunk driver or something like that. Yeah, that's not cool. Oh, somebody got arrested drunk driving most likely. I think this is gonna be my last video, so we'll see what's going on here. Wow. Let's see. So the guy's nicely changed his lane, but this SUV here, this Chevy, he's making erratic changes. See how he flips, and these older vehicles, they're different than the ones nowadays. But this guy stopped for some reason, but he's overcorrecting, and as a result of his overcorrection, he causes an accident. Patience is a virtue, right? I'm not sure why these guys are stopped. Looks like it's traffic related. Taking that a couple of minutes to just pause. It's very helpful, right? Now he's burning out of here. Yeah. So hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I just hope that you're safe out there.